Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Hey, Mom.
Hola, papito.
Te quiero mucho.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
My youngest child. That child is the spawn of Satan, and he scares the living daylights out of me. I've got to go, he's watching me.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Water. I'm almost 30 years old and I'm afraid of water. I tried really hard not to be afraid of water, but I honestly think it stems from when I was little. I was at a beach with my parents, and my dad kayaked out to these two guys, and one, they didn't have life jackets, but they're on an inflatable tube, and it was deflating. They tried to put a motor on it. I don't know. But either way, one of the guys came back by himself and his friend was not there. He must have drowned. I think he was drunk. And also one of my sister's best friends died when drowning. And I was it was she was trying to swim under a boat, and how I imagined it when I was little is she got entangled in seaweed. So now I hate seaweed, and also I hate my feet just being in the water. Also, I'm not a great swimmer because I probably hate water, but I like pools, so yeah, bye.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Popping open the biscuit cans. Those are terrifying. And making mistakes.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Groups of children. Specifically, middle school aged boys. If I'm at the mall and there is a gaggle of boys that are looking to cause trouble coming towards me, I will move to the other side. This is second only to group between 3 to 5 of preteen girls. They will look you in the eye and find all of your insecurities and fucking show them to you. I guess maybe I could amend this statement by saying all youths, because as a person who formerly was a youth and a piece of shit, youths are pieces of shit.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
This is what you see, and this is what I see. Big creepy non-blinking. Nope.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Alright, so I got 2 daughters, right? One is 7, one is 3. Now I'm not with them. I'm in the military. I'm in a whole nother country. Every time I talk to them on FaceTime or look at their pictures, all I could think is I am fucking terrified for y'all to grow up, become teenagers and all that shit, because oh my God. Personally, just afraid of the shit that's about to come with having teenage girls and teenage boys around. I was a teenage boy, and when my daughters bring a fucking boy home talking about, Daddy, I want you to meet my boyfriend, and this little nigga walk in, I'm gonna look at this motherfucker so why you here, bro? Why are you really here? You 16, you're not in love, so what are you trying to do with my daughter? I don't have time for that type of shit, because I don't know how I'm gonna react. Then prom night, oh my fucking goodness. Then pregnancies, oh my, I'm fucking scared, bro.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you. I'll go first. I am 32 years old, and in 7 months, I'm going to be 33. I've been out of high school for 15 years. I've had my license for 15 years. And yet, I don't feel 33 years old. Now, a lot of you might ask, why is that terrifying? It's terrifying because once you reach a certain age, which for me, it was my late 20s, you realize you're never going back. You realize there is no magic time machine. You got to live in the moment. You have to enjoy life to the fullest. And I've missed a lot of life. Due to past relationships, due to my weight, I have missed a lot of my late teens, my 20s. And me not feeling 32 mentally or physically, I can't relate to anybody anymore. I can't relate to teenagers because I'm old. And I can't relate to people my age because they're old. It's a terrifying feeling, honestly. I wish I could just go back. Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Instead of coming. Where?
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Okay. This is when I'm ever in a public bathroom or in a home that isn't my own, and even sometimes in my own house. I am deathly afraid of taking a shit in the water, splashing back in my booty hole.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Public restrooms. 39-year-old trans man, damn near 40. I've been transitioning for 15 years. Back then, things are a lot worse than what they are now. I've taken a few beatings. So still, even today, looking like this, I mean, it's still, I'm terrified, you know. Is this going to be my last beating? But yeah, public restrooms.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Crabs and lobsters. Let me explain. So I can't stand bugs, especially bugs with exoskeletons. When they crunch, they just freak me out. All right, and also spiders. I just don't understand what spiders are. I don't want to understand what they are. They freak me out. So going back to the crabs and the lobsters, okay, that is a combination of the exoskeleton bug and a spider, and you throw it in the water where you can't see, and they have the eyes that stick up, like some of them have the eyes like this, and they have pinchers. Absolutely, no way.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Hi, I am fucking terrified of squirrels. Here's the reason why. I was chilling underneath this fucking pine tree, right? With my fucking Monster High dolls, just playing and shit. And a fucking acorn gets thrown at me. I look up, right? And there's like a fucking mob of squirrels just staring down at me. With these fucking big fucking acorns. And these fucking squirrels just fucking chucked 1,000 fucking acorns at me. And I had to run inside my fucking house and fucking hide for the day because I was scared to go outside. And like, I'm scared of squirrels.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Horses. Frickin' horses. Good God. Some of the bitches are big. They got teeth about this damn big. Put your hand by a horse's mouth. See. Some bitch bite my whole damn hand off. No. I can only imagine to bite my whole hand off, and when it's done, it'll kick me. No horses. Stay away from. Trust me on this. Stay away from the horses.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Gooses. Canadian gooses. Well, let me tell you why. So one time I was a kid, we're down at the lake and we see all these little gooses. They're so adorable, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, no fucking way. My dad gives me a bag of bread. He's like, hey, go down in the water. Feed the gooses. They're adorable. They'll love you forever because they like to get fed and that's what they're there for. Like naturally, I'm a child. I trust my father. I go down there. I feed it some bread. It's eating the bread. It's having a great time. Although, within a matter of seconds, there was like 30 gooses all the way behind me circling around me. And they all have that seagull look from Finding Nemo where there's mine. My heart started pounding. I felt like something was closing on me. I felt like I was being surrounded. I was about to die. Like they were all about to gang up me. All of a sudden, I'm getting chased by 30 gooses all the way down this friggin' pond with a bag of bread, throwing it in the air, trying to get. I got my ass bit. I got my finger bit. I got my shoes bit. I lost my hat. I'm never trusting gooses again, little bastards.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
PETA. I don't know if you guys, the Animal Protection Agency, or not the agency, but like the organization that protects animals, yeah, they scare the hell out of me. You know they've like murdered people? I don't know if people know this, but like they have done terrible acts to multi-billion-dollar companies, but also people. Like I am terrified that if I like pet my dog wrong or don't pet him enough, or like one day he just wakes up, he's gonna dial PETA and they're gonna bust down my house and then just beat the living crap out of me because everyone's like, oh my god, they protect animals, that's so great, and then they murder you and then no one cares, and then they cover up your body and no one knows because PETA did it. Have nightmares about PETA because I do, because no one stops them. they're just like, oh, they protect animals, it's fine. Sorry, they murder people. Just saying. That's terrifying.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Ankles.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you. Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Tornadoes. I live in California. We do get tornadoes, not like the Midwest, but we do get them. And you know what? I've been having nightmares of tornadoes since I was a child. I'm not sure what the psychological meaning of that is, though. But I mean, who needs that much wind? You never need that much wind. And you know what? If we're going to end up in a Wizard of Oz situation, guess who's going to be under the house? This bitch. That's right. Oh, the last time there was a tornado reported in my area here in California, do you know what it did? Do you know what it did? This is how I know they're evil. That death spiral of air came straight out of the sky, picked up a single car, flipped it over, and then disappeared into the sky. Yeah. Assassins. Tornadoes. Devil's assassins.
Name something that terrifies you that shouldn't really terrify you.
Like, I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but butterflies. Like, I'm so fucking terrified of butterflies. Like, I would run out into oncoming traffic if a butterfly was coming towards me. Like, I think maybe, if I'm not mistaken, like one time a butterfly was coming towards me and I about knocked over my toddler just to get away from the butterfly. Like, that's how terrified I am of a butterfly. Like, I'm like, this is like legit fear.